Hey guys, welcome. I should welcome me back to my channel. I have been MIA for a while. Unfortunately, my YouTube is the first thing that I tend to neglect when I start to get really busy, and that's exactly what happened. But I have missed this, and I am going to kick it back up. And I'm here to plan the current week that we're in. It's Saturday. I am so far behind as far as planning goes, my shop planner, because of Black Friday sales, and all I was doing for almost 2 weeks was processing orders. So I can't remember when the last time I did a YouTube with my B6. I know I didn't do, I don't know that I did. Did I do any October? I might have done that. So that's October. I think I did the fall. I think I did that one. You know what? I did because our collab went live. Ooh, I loved this one. Was from Sammy Doodle Designs. That is beautiful. Yeah, because I was leaving, and I also left to go take care of my friend Sarah. So I think I did do this one. I think I did do a video with this one maybe. And then this was Halloween week, and this kit is from C&L Crafts. And that was October. And then November, this was the release of season 5 of Yellowstone. Be still my heart. And then this was my birthday week. So I know I didn't film this one. My parents were here that weekend. And then we've got Thanksgiving, this cute kit from River Street Stickers, which I matched up with Kristen Ann Plans. And then that brings us, and that was also the Black Friday sale, for the TBC Black Friday sale was that weekend. And then, yeah, we got the first week of December. This was the freebies that I was handing out. All together, it makes a kit. I laid it out, really didn't, then never came back to it. So now we are here. So third, fourth, so Monday was the 5th. Yeah, because today's the 10th. Okay, so we are on this week. And I am using this kit from Caffeine Queens. I love it so much. I love it. So there's another one of hers that I'm using that's like, it says Little Debbie Slut or something, because, oh my gosh, Christmas tree cakes. Yep, those are my jam. So, all right, so we're going to get started. I haven't planned in so long as far as sitting down and doing with the YouTube. So bear with me if it's a little all over the place. I mean, usually it's all over the place anyways, but this might be a little bit more than usual, per se. I don't even know what that means. But everybody uses it all the time. So, we're just going to roll with it. Anyways, things that have been happening. I turned 43. Oh, goody. Let's see here. Not that, I know everybody always says age is just a number. Yeah, but your body doesn't know that, and it knows how old it is. So there are things that, since I turned 40, that have been happening with my body. Mainly, it doesn't bounce back like it used to. So that's one of the things. Not a big fan of that. 0 out of 5 stars. Do not recommend. But I notice now it's just like, oh, well, that didn't do that before. Like something aches or creaks, or I need more of those green. That's not it. Oh, poo-poo. Yeah. So, wait, that's all. It's silver. I need silver. That's gold. Silver. That's not it. Not it. That's not it. I will just stick a red since I'm doing a Christmas theme. Who cares? So there's that, I'm going to keep, because I need 2 more which reminds me, let me go ahead and pick out, because I know I've got some Christmas ones in here that I always forget to use, and I was like, this year, oh, here we go, here's a Santa one. We're just going to, that's the first one I came to, that's the one we're using. It's the first one I came to, that is what we're using. And then I also got Where is my Black Friday order from Shameless? So I can incorporate some of these bad boys into here. Oh, that was the veteran splashes. So, but I did get some actually like some Santa-y type stickers. So, yay. All right, so we're gonna do that. Let me pop this back in here. All right, dun, dun, dun. Okay. And I think I want to use red splashes because definitely have more of those. I think it got to where I actually had to slice some up because I don't know if I'm going to have enough for, okay, we'll start out. We'll see. We shall see. All right. Ooh, I love this one. Cup of fuck offy. One splash of no one cares, a dash of kiss my arse, and some fuck yous, a pinch of blow me. Stir and shove it up your arse. Yep. That is hilarious. So big things are happening in 2023 for, well, it doesn't matter. It's all Christmassy. And I'm really excited. One thing that is happening is Tipsy Dog Designs is going to launch, oh, well, I'm going to blow through these real fast. I probably should have split them. Its own sub, and it is going to be a snarky sub, and it's going to be a mystery snarky sub, and it's going to be 10 sheets of snarky quotes, and then the 11th sheet is going to have one of each of the quotes on it, and it is going to be foiled, and it'll be a different foiled color every month. And I am super duper excited. You know what? Maybe oh, sweet. I don't know where my full boxes are for this. And I have the biggest mess of stickers happening in the entire world. So I don't even know. Hold on. That's November's splashes. I need December's. That's November. Aha. No, that's not it either. Okay. Yep. All right. So we're going to go back, and since I've got the red splash there, I'm going to try and find a green instead. None of these greens are really close enough to this. I know, I'm being picky. And I do have more scallops. Oh, here's some more silver. Too light, too blue. Oh, nope. Ooh, that's a little bit closer. Oh, there we go. That's close enough. I'm like, meh, close enough. Close enough for government work, right? All right. Yeah, so I am really excited about that is coming. And it pretty much covers up the splashes now because it's so large. So that was completely, I could have really done any color. Welcome back. It's the Hot Mess Express. Did you miss it? But yeah, I am so excited to launch this. I've been wanting to do it for a while and was always like, back and forth, just because subscriptions are a lot of work, and you have to be super prepared for them. So, I feel like I am. I've got the first 3 months already complete, and I'm going to try and get the next 3 months done before it even launches on January 5th. So there's that. Okay. So we've got that, and then Jen does, yep, I need numbers. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. So my stickers are a hot mess because I am slowly moving into the new disc albums that we started carrying. So you got the full pages that all of your kits can go in, and then you've got the quarter pages. So this is a mixed one that shows both because this was my display. So, but the disc albums either come with all of one or all of the other 2 pages or 1 page. So yeah, like see here this has got all my holiday kits in it because it's got the Lisa Frank holiday cover on it. But yeah, I am currently sold out, but new are on the way already. So I already ordered them, paid for them, and they have already shipped. So those will be going back up in the shop soon, I hope. Yeah, so there is that. Oh, I'm back to date. So anyways, I'm not redoing my reusable ones, but all of the, where I was keeping my full kits in, I decided to go back and redo those, of course, because, you know, that seems like a smart idea. All right, if you were, I know we all know I have pages and pages of numbers in here. Thank you. Okay, so today is the 10th. Monday was the 5th. Come on. So Monday was the 5th, and then Tuesday, the 6th, 7, 8. And some of these are just a smidge off. They weren't quite horribly wrong, but they're not centered. But I was like, well, I can use them in my spread, but I would never sell them because like how the 5 is just over a smidge too much. Yeah. Okay. So let's get this down, and we are going to kind of put it in the middle so that the scallop peeks out. I probably should have rotated red and green like Jen did on the kits. I probably should have rotated that with my scallops, but it's all good. It is all good. So that's happening. We're doing a big blowout sale on Friday the 16th. I've got some merch that I've been selling all year, and I really just want to get rid of it because there's like 1s and 2s of a lot of things like vinyls and some washi, and I just really want to clear it all out. And also since I've been gone, I redid the top, like the design of my sticker sheets and my kits. And so I want to get all of the old, product out that has that in there. Like the top of the sticker sheet. So like this is the old one, and I don't think I have any of the new, wait, nope, I do not have any of the new. Oh, hold on. Yes, I do. I just showed it. So now they look like this. So I want to get rid of all the back stock I have, and I'm going to do grab bags. And it's not like, they will be slightly discounted, but it's not going to be 10 for $10. It's going to be 10 for $20 because there's nothing wrong with them. They just have the old logo on there, and the stickers are even still in the shop. Like everything is current. So I am going to do a lot of those. That way, whenever I start refilling my back stock, I am forced to put the new logo on there, because during Black Friday I was like, I'm just printing and cutting, and so but now I will be forced to do the new one. So that's what's happening around the shop. Alden and Andrea came Thanksgiving weekend. If you follow me on Instagram or in my Facebook group, oh my gosh, he's never been to a Clemson game. And so my sister and I surprised him with tickets to his very first Clemson game, and he was so surprised. He cried. He was just so excited. His father is not the best. He is literally the worst, and likes to gaslight him about Clemson game. Oh, that's something else about these mini kids. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. there's only 4 boxes. I did not pay attention to that. So, but yeah, his real father's a douchebag. So anyways, we surprised him and it was so amazing. He had the best time. He just kept telling my sister, oh my God, thank you. All right, so that's really stuck. So we're just gonna move on and do something else. What can we do? But yeah, so we decided that we were going to do that for him, and it was amazing, and he was super surprised and loved it. So it was perfect. It was absolutely perfect. Okay, so I just did some pin tests when my group, and I forgot how much I love these pins. Okay, so Monday, I mean, basically every single day. How can I do this? How many, we got some boxes on this side, which can go there. So let's start. But yeah, so we got to surprise him, and then they came back here after the game. Clemson is about an hour and a half from us, and it was a noon game, thankfully. If it was 7 p.m. like it has been for all of eternity pretty much, they were going to stay with some friends of mine that live in Anderson. They were going to stay there if it had ended up being a 7 p.m. game, because that would have been really, really late. He wouldn't have even made it through the whole game, but because it was a noon game, they stayed for the whole thing, and he got to go see Clemson University, which is where he wants to go to school. So that was awesome. Let's see here. Do I have... so that was really cool. He was really excited about that, about seeing the school, and they got to walk around campus because I got there early enough. My sister had some friends that were tailgating, so they got to go hang out there. So, I mean, he really got the whole experience. It was just phenomenal. So that happened. I don't see any more of the long arrows like I like. And I don't know what the SKU number is off the top of my head to pull them. Oh, here's a red one. But then blue, yellow. I guess the yellow, but pink. Okay. You know what? When that happens, we're just going to draw an arrow. Let's see here. There we go. We just drew an arrow instead. There we go. What the hell was I talking about? I forgot what I was talking about now. Oh my God. All right. My alarm for Elvis's meds kicked off. Russ is home. He's got the same alarm on his, so he'll do it. But now we had to start, we had to start recording over, but I definitely didn't start planning over, which is good because I totally forgot what I was talking about, but that reminds me. So Elvis has, his disco spondylitis is back. And I've been talking about it on my other platforms of social media. I just realized you guys can't see what I'm doing. This is really big, so I don't know that it's all gonna fit. Nope. You know what? We're gonna go like that. Oh, look, it kind of did. There we go. But his disco spondylitis is back, and if you are unfamiliar with it, of course you can definitely Google it, although I advise you not to because it's very sad. He has a bacterial infection in his spine, and he was diagnosed with it when he was barely a year old. They found the diagnosis. He had been in a lot of pain for a while, and we were actually discussing with our vet quality of life, because she couldn't figure out like what the source was, because his symptoms were always so different, because discal spondylitis doesn't necessarily show until the infection is really bad, and so then it presents itself as other things, which is what she was treating it for, which everything that she thought that it was all involved antibiotics. So the antibiotics were doing just enough to make it somewhat mask the infection, the pain that he was feeling, and so he would start to feel better, and we were like, okay, cool, we figured it out, and then it got worse again. So he was on very strong antibiotics for about 8 months. They are hella expensive, and back then they were. Now, because they're a little bit more, they're more common, because he'll be 7, so it was 6 years ago. Now they are much more reasonable, thank goodness. I mean, it was like $260 for a 30-day supply, and now it is $80 for a 3-month supply. So it's definitely gone down in price. But that's why he walks on his tippy toes and his tail stays hunched over and things like that, because of the discal spondylitis. The infection was fixed, but when I got home from Sarah's at the end of October, we had woke up the next morning, and he cried out, and I was like, what the heck? And I noticed that he was limping when he was getting up, but I mean, I just, he likes to lay on the floor a lot, the hardwoods, because it does keep his spine straight. And it's not like a bed or something soft where where like it moves like just by him like stretching or something. So I just thought maybe he slept too hard on the floor. But then the next morning he did it again, and I was like, okay, well, that's it. We went ahead and made an appointment with the vet, and they did some x-rays, and that's when they came back and said that his discal spondylitis is back. Whenever he was a puppy, and we diagnosed all this, we were warned that his lifespan would not be as long as most dogs because of all of his medical injuries. And so it's, we're already headed into 7 years, which is long. No matter what with a dog, it already is, like 7 years is already, they're already considered a senior at this point. So he's back on the meds, and we already did 1 month. So every 30 days he goes in for more x-rays, and they do exam on him in the last 30 days. So we already went for 1 x-ray, and there was a smidge of improvement on his x-ray. So the way that they can tell is the area around the infection. Oh, I should have mixed that up. Oh well. The area around the infection is blurry. And then when his x-ray, when it's a little bit clear, they compare the two, then that's where you know that the medicine is working. And so it was one of those things where there was a slight improvement, which is good. It's only been 30 days, so we are keeping everything, happy-go-lucky thoughts. Oh, I forgot I had some washi that I could have used with this. Oh, maybe I'll use it in another place. But yeah, so what was I gonna say? So there is a slight improvement with that, but it's gonna be one of those things. Like, they also said that his hips were giving out. So his right hip is pretty much disintegrate, like the area he needs a hip replacement, and his left one is bad also. But it is one of those things where we can't afford to do a double hip replacement on him. I mean, the hip replacements are like anywhere from $8,000 to $13,000, and to do 2 of them is just like, that's just ridiculous. That is an asinine amount of money. And also, not to mention his infection. Like, we're fixing his back first. We're going to deal with the infection. He's taken gabapentin for his hip pain, and he is on anti-inflammatory. He's been on that since the meds cleared up the infection for the discospondylitis, just because he was still achy, because where the infection was the first time, those discs that have actually fused together. So, you know, it's not the greatest. And of course, I cry all the time when talking about it. I don't think I can cry anymore, though. I think I'm cried out, just because it hurts that he hurts so much. So, but it is, this was the Black Friday final drop. I still did, I got back, and then I had some orders that came in after. Black Friday. We're just gonna do a little box here since. But yeah, it's not the greatest. So, you know, the last couple of days he's been hurting a lot more because he was feeling better with the antibiotics, and he was playing with his brothers, and the weather's been warm, and then we had a temperature drop. Not last night, but the night before. And so today he is limping really bad, and he's not really moving around. So he's kind of staying put on the, in the living room or in Russ's office. Cause even though there's carpet in there, it's still unlike a dog bed or a bed where he stretches and like helping his spine stay straight. So, but you know, we just have to keep giving him the meds and rolling with it. And then we've got Sadie Jane, who is literally like she's got snot nose constantly, and we thought it was allergies. And she's been on steroids. She was on antibiotics, and then she was on steroids for 2 weeks, or sorry, steroids for a month, and it's just getting worse. And when we took her back for a follow-up with the steroids, they ran a test, because I was like, sounds like she's choking when she sleeps, because it sounds like there's a lot of buildup in her throat, like snot and stuff. Like, that's why we're thinking it's allergies. But they ran a test, and she's not getting any air up there. So that's fun. So now she goes back on this Tuesday for a head x-ray. They're going to sedate her. And if they don't see a blockage or anything, then she's going to go for a head CT. And I'm like, we just are not catching a break. Like, 2022 is going to go out with a bang, apparently. So send some good vibes and doggy prayers to these two, because they are definitely testing the limits. That is for sure. All right, so yeah. But I went live on my Facebook group this morning. So yeah, so that's basically what's been going on around here, is lots of vet visits, lots of doggy issues, lots of working. So, you know. Look, I'm going to write down film plan with me, since that's what I'm doing. and we can check it off. Look, that's why back planning is so fun, because you get to check off the things that you have completed already. You're like, ooh, look at this. My to-do list looks amazing. Oh, I totally missed it. Jen had this little dinner sticker. How cute is that? We're just going to add it in too, because I mean, no sticker left behind. Let's see here. Oh, the coffee one could definitely be used on Monday when I got back to it from the beach. Oh, and then the shoes I'm going to put on Friday, because I ran around, I feel like, a chicken with my head cut off. We're going to use that because I did go to Hobby Lobby. I had to get some vinyl. But yeah, so to run errands, and then I also had to go to the pet store. So Elvis is taking 3,000 milligrams of antibiotics a day, and we were able to just like hide it in a piece of little cheese or something, and then he started getting smart on that. And then we were putting some cheese whiz in the bottom of his bowl, and then putting that cheese more a little bit, then putting his pills on top, and then a little bit more cheese whiz. But these antibiotics smell really bad, like exceptionally bad this time. I don't know why, but they smell horrible. And he started licking around all of that. So then we went and got the greenies. They're just so expensive, which is why we've avoided it, because he takes all of his morning pills just fine with his food. But the 1:30 pill and the 9:30 pill, like, because he has to take 2 every 8 hours. So he gets a 5:30, 1:30, and 9:30. And so he was... Oh, we're going to do some of these. So yeah, so he was getting wise to it, so we had to figure out a new way. So I had to go get some more bag of green. I need to go on Amazon and order them instead. I mean, I hate not going to our local pet store, but those things are expensive, and they are definitely cheaper, and hopefully I can get them in bulk for... what was I gonna say? Get them in bulk on Amazon. But yeah, I was just like, dude, just take these. They're gonna make you feel better. I promise. I promise. That's what I want to say. Like, please, pretty, please, just take these. This dog, I love him. I wouldn't trade anything though at all, but if you hear some snorting like Chewbacca, Darth Vader, or a pterodactyl, that is Sadie. Let's see here. I love these. Oh my gosh, I love these so hard. I just placed my I feel like I'm gonna put a splash behind this. I just placed my January bundle, splash bundle with Chaz, and I kind of now I wish I had gone in and gotten some more of these to have for next year, because you know, I never know. You never know if a shop's gonna bring something back. So I definitely want to have more of these for next year. They're just so cute. All right. Dun, dun, dun. I don't know what I'm going to put in any of these spots, because all I did literally for days was pack orders. That's it. Just packed orders. Has anybody watched the Elvis movie that is on Netflix? I already watched it, but maybe I'll watch it again tomorrow while I'm doing some stuff up here. Oops. Because I loved it. I'm obsessed with Elvis. If you didn't know, Russ proposed on the steps of Graceland. So yeah, that's all I'm obsessed. We have a dog named Elvis. That should really, I guess that's probably pointed it out more. Oh my goodness. All right, so tomorrow in the office, I need to pack mystery bags and do an inventory count. Shh. Speaking of Elvis, Keyboard is out there barking. Sorry. Oh my gosh. Bug. Oh my gosh. Well, there goes. He got up and moved for that one. That was for sure. So maybe while I'm doing all that, that is what I will do. All right. And then for dinner this week, let me find, I think we're going to go with, I pulled them. Here they are. So, where did that mystery kit? I almost used everything. Since I'm doing, I still need to use that box, but since I might go back in and fill some things that happened this week in some of these spaces with some of these other boxes. So, like on Tuesday, yes, Sadie did have a vet appointment. You know what? I can go ahead and I didn't miss it. I wrote it down wrong. So I thought that her vet appointment was at 11:30. Well, that's what time the procedure was, the head x-ray. But they needed me to drop her off by 8 so that they could, get her ready, not at 8 sedate her, but when it was close to time, sedate her. And, yeah, I missed that whole part. So that's why it's rescheduled for this Tuesday. Let's see here. Let's do some red because I opened it right up. And but I need Post-it notes, not the graphs. There's the baby Post-it notes. All right, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So on Monday, we did, what did we do Monday? I know Tuesday we did CD. Monday we did tacos. We totally mixed it up. Because I was craving tacos and we went and got tacos on Sunday and it was a disappointment. So we had tacos again. And then Wednesday, I know last night we did pork chops. Green beans and our Gouda mac and cheese bites. Oh my God, those things are so good. We get them from our local butcher shop. It's a fried, inside, Rose puts them in the air fryer. Inside is Gouda mac and cheese. It's amazing. So Monday, Tuesday, Friday. Thursday, we did cauliflower pizza. So there is a crust that I get from Walmart. I can't remember what it's called, but it's got a green label and it's 2 in a pack and it's cauliflower and it's really good because Russ and I, have still been trying to, obviously not that great on the keto, but we've been trying to do better. So yeah, what did we do? So Monday, Tuesday, what did we do on Wednesday? I have no idea what we did for supper. Tonight is stroganoff. I made stroganoff. Well, it's in the crock pot right now. Tomorrow is dinner with Mimi. I have no idea what we did on Wednesday for dinner. Maybe we did leftovers and maybe that's why, because that ziti does make a lot, so that would make sense. Well, for the planner, we had leftover. Although for the life of me, I cannot remember what we had. So, oh, I definitely could have spread these out. Oh. Girlfriend, you okay over there? Oh my gosh. I don't know if you guys just heard that or not. It's a cross between Chewbacca, like I said, Chewbacca, Darth Vader, and a pterodactyl. So anyways, all right. So I'm pretty sure this has been one of the longest plan with me's that I've ever done, but we had to catch up on a lot of stuff. So this is what happened this week. It was not very exciting at all. It was literally packing orders, 12 to 13 hours a day. I woke up, got in the shower, fixed breakfast, came up to my office, stayed up here, went downstairs, ate dinner with Russ, immediately came right back up here and finished working. So until I couldn't do it anymore. So very exciting week, but I'm so grateful and I'm so appreciative for all the orders, the sharing, the likes, the comment, all of that stuff is so important to a small business. So I appreciate it so much. But yeah, thank you. And I will be back some more. I've got like 2 weeks in my shop planner to catch up on, but I moved into the daily with journaling and I'm still figuring that out. And I'm not quite sure how I want to do a plan with me on it yet. So for right now, we're going to stick to the B6. And we've only just got a couple more weeks left in this year. And then next year for my everyday planner, I'm going to be using B6 from Avalon and 9th again. But instead of the 2 6-month breakups, it's one big chunky boy all in one. And I can't wait. But thanks, guys. Like, subscribe, thumbs up, all the good stuff. Have a great day.